Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations and the Managing Director for all of the amazing chapters around town. And every single week, I come to you providing a weekly education nugget called Wisdom Wednesday that counts as one chapter education for watching. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. As a reminder, guys, I did send out an email on Friday with all of the information about our end of the year celebration and a list of the top 5, I would say 3 to 5 chapters in each of the categories that are the top chapters for each of the different awards for this year. So we've got the Net New Member Award. We also have the Thank You for Closed Business Award, and we have the Visitor Award. Now remember, guys, with the visitors, that you guys have to register the visitors and also mark their attendance in the visitor portal to get credit for the visitors. So that is going to be super important because I do check the chapter visitor report on all of the first-time visitors. So that is one of the things that we want to make sure, especially now starting with the new year. We're only a couple weeks into the new year. So for our visitor hosts, if you are one of the follow-up specialists or the coordinator, you guys will be the ones that will mark the attendance for the visitors on the back end. Now, there is a great video in BNI Business Builder that is done by Jeremy Walsh that will give you step-by-step instructions on how to mark the attendance. It's important that we do it a certain way. That way, it coordinates the visitors with the right person that invited them to your chapter meeting. Because if we register a visitor after the meeting has already happened, it will then make us the person who is registering them the one that invited them and not the member that actually invited them. So there is a certain process on how to do it. Let me know if you want the video. It is in the visitor host leadership training. So if you were assigned as a leader or as a visitor host for the new year, our BNI Connect support did assign all of the visitor host training through BNI Business Builder to anyone that was listed on my main spreadsheet as a visitor host. So you should have received a notification about that information. But if you didn't get it or don't know where to find it, let me know and I'm happy to help. So make sure to register for the end of the year celebration, guys. We already have over 100 members registered already. We will have about 200 members there. So it will fill up fast. In the years past, the last 2 weeks, all of the tickets just kind of went really, really fast. So you want to make sure to reserve your spot. We're going to have a lot of fun time. We're going to have a lot of pictures and fun. So you don't want to miss this event. It is the biggest networking event of the year. We actually have 2 events next week. We have the end of the year celebration on Friday from 10 to noon. And then we have the mixer the night before from 5 to 7. So I did typo it. I had a typo in the email that I sent on Friday. I had copied the same times for both events, but the mixer is not from 10 to noon. It is from 5 to 7 Thursday night at Los Sombreros. And our national director for BNI USA will be at both events. So you don't want to miss these events. Come join us. We will be announcing all of the chapter winners as well as all of the member of the year. So every chapter is going to have a member of the year and they're going to receive an amazing little plaque. So we want to make sure that we are giving all of the incredible recognition to all the members and chapters for all of the incredible work from over this past year. Now, today's topic, I wanted to touch on some of the resources that we have in BNI and some of the contacts that we have in BNI, because we have a lot of newer members. And this is going to be a great refresher that if you were through the training recently, or maybe if you don't remember the ending of the training, this is going to be a great recap for you. So I'm going to share my screen, and what I'm going to be sharing is the BNI Arizona website. So there are a few contacts that you and resources on the public BNI Arizona website that I think everyone needs to know where it's at. So if you go to bniarizona.com, one of the great resources at the top of this toolbar here is the calendar resource. So the calendar will give you all of the upcoming events. As you can see, we have the Leadership Roundtable today, right after Wisdom Wednesday at 3:30. We also have all of the mentor hours scheduled on the calendar. The National Speed Networking events are also on the calendar. If you're a newer member, you can also find the Member Success Program training through this calendar. And these trainings are the Zoom version. There is also a version through BNI Business Builder that you can complete through the courses. Now, for newer members, you only have to complete one or the other. You don't have to complete both types. Once you complete one of them, it takes care of everything for you. And as you can see, we also have chapter events on here. So we've got Norterra Networkers has their open business day next Thursday. We also have BNI Kinetic on the following Tuesday has their open business day. So you want to make sure to tap into some of these events. Now, you guys, there is also some BNI etiquette. When you are a BNI member and you're attending these events, please, please, please go with the intention of not poaching the other chapter's visitors. Those members spent a lot of time bringing those visitors into the room. You can be there to network, build more visibility for yourself and your business, but please do not take the visitors to your own chapter unless they are in a category that is conflicting in the chapter that they are currently visiting and your chapter has an opening. You can let them know, but please do not let me hear that BNI members are poaching visitors from other chapters' open business days. It's not cool, guys, not cool. Same with poaching members. I don't want to hear anything about people trying to poach members when members are visiting other chapters. All right, so off my soapbox there. But here are the events that I just mentioned for next week. So we've got the BNI Arizona Monthly Mixer and the Arizona End of the Year Celebration. So make sure to sign up. If you didn't receive confirmation, it could be that the ticket purchase didn't fully go through. So let me know. I'm going to go through all my records and see which ones, if I can see which ones were declined, so that way I can reach out to you individually before showing up to the event. But if you didn't receive a notification, just shoot me an email and I can check it on my end as well. So the calendar is one of the great resources for members. The second thing is, if you go to the resources tab, the resources tab will have the opportunity if you ever need to order a new name badge. This is where you find that information. So there's a little order form right here. When you click on that, you'll fill out the form and then I'll send you over a separate invoice. So that way you can make the payment to purchase the name tag. You can purchase one or two through the order, and you can also select whether you want the member year on your name badge, or your company name, or your chapter name. So there's a couple different options that you can play with that name tag as well. I think I have like 10 floating around somewhere. I always keep them in different places so that way I don't lose them. So this is where you would order a new name tag. And this is also where you would order leadership team supplies. So really the only supply that chapters need are the sticky name tags for the visitors. So those are available to the chapters whenever you need more. You just submit the order and we will send them over to the president of your chapter. So that way you can have all that information. Now, the next piece on the website is the Contact Us page. Now, there's a couple great things on this Contact Us page that I don't think enough people know about. Now, let's say you need some tech support. If your login isn't working or you're getting certain error messages on your profile, the best way to have it resolved is to submit a member support ticket through BNI Connect support. So once you click this member support, it's going to pop up a submit a request form. And once you submit this, it actually goes directly to BNI Connect tech support versus myself. So you can email me, but what I do is then I have to submit this ticket to get the information resolved. So I don't have access to complete a tech support order. It would all need to go through the BNI Connect actual tech support. So if you click on that member support link, you can actually submit everything yourself, and that way they will email you back directly within 24 hours to get everything resolved. Now you'll put in your email address, then you'll put in your name. Under chapter, you're going to select either AZ East or AZ West. So AZ, our Arizona region, is split between East and West. The breaking point is 56th Street. So if you are west of 56th Street, you're AZ West. If you're east of 56th Street, you're AZ East. But it's not a required, if you just put AZ, and if you click on AZ West or AZ East, you'll be able to scroll through and see all the chapter names to select your specific chapter. Tech support can also find you through your email address as well. So if you're unsure of the chapter, no worries, they'll still be able to find you through your email address. You're going to type in the subject of what your question is about, and then just type in the details below. And then once you click submit, it's going to automatically send your ticket to BNI Connect tech support. So that way they can review your information and either reset your password or help you out with whatever error message that you have. This is going to be a great resource. So that way you can get things answered in a really quick and fast response when it comes to the tech support. Okay, so that is everything with the tech support. So if you go to the contact us page, this red member support button, all you have to do is click that image and it'll take you right to that particular ticket. Also on the home page, if you don't remember that, on the home page, if you scroll down a little bit, that same member support button is right on the home page. So anytime you see that red BNI member support, that means that it's a ticket that will send you directly to BNI tech support. All tech support communicates through email, so this is the best way to communicate with them anytime you have a technical error on your account. So going back to the contact us page, so it has the address for our BNI Arizona office as well as the phone number. Now there's two areas here, AZ East and AZ West. This is where you're going to find all of our director contacts. So if you click on AZ East, it's going to expand all of the information. And as you can see, it has a little email button for each of the people as well as the phone number. So right now, all of the first points of contact for our chapters are our chapter directors. And if you're unsure who your chapter director is, you can check on your chapter's page on the BNI Arizona website. And if you don't have their contact information, if you come to this contact us page, as you can see, all of our directors are listed on this page with their phone number and the little button to where you can send them a direct email, which is pretty cool. So all of the directors are listed. Now, if you scroll to the bottom, you're going to notice some that are listed as ambassadors. So ambassadors means that they are either one of our launch specialists for BNI, or they are an assistant vice president for their chapter, because assistant vice presidents need to have access to submit the PALMS report for their chapter. And so this is the only way that they can get access, is if we list them as an ambassador in the system, because there isn't a specific role in BNI Connect for an assistant vice president. So if you see your name listed as an ambassador, or you see someone else's name and you're like, well, why are they listed as an ambassador? That could be why. They're either a launch specialist for our team or they are an assistant vice president for BNI. So you want to focus all of your efforts on the ones that are listed as director consultants. And again, your own chapter has one specifically. Now, if your chapter is one of the ones in limbo right now that I'm working on lining up a new director for, your point of contact is myself. So I will always be here to help anybody and everybody with anything that you may need. My information is right on there as well as Ken Keegler. So again, if you went through training, you know that we've hired Ken Keegler as one of our member support specialists to help our chapters all around conflicts and challenges, which I'm so excited about. So he's helping 7 different BNI regions right now, all around conflicts and challenges. So if your chapter has a member-to-member conflict or challenge, member to director, any type of conflict or challenge, he is your go-to guy. So his phone number is right there in the contact us page, as well as the availability to email him as well. So everyone's contact information is there. Now, if you have direct questions about a particular name badge order, that's where you're going to want to contact Kim DeHaan. She is the one who creates all of the name tags and takes care of all of the name tag orders. So she is going to be your best go-to support for all things related around name tags. And then Carolyn is our managing director over all things core groups. So if you have a realtor or a mortgage professional or financial advisor or insurance specialist that is looking to get into a chapter that can't find a home, Carolyn is the best person to contact them with. So that way she can get them looped into our brand new chapter launch system. So this is all of AZ East, and the same is with AZ West. So AZ West has the same contacts with all of the different directors for AZ West. And so same thing, the ambassadors at the bottom are all of our assistant vice presidents for our chapters. So if you need a director support, make sure to check out this contact us page so that way you can connect directly with your chapter's director. If you're like, wait a second, Kristen, I don't know how to find my chapter page or know who my chapter director is. That's a great question. So where you're going to go is you're going to go up to the top here and click on chapter map and list. From there, you're going to notice that there's 2 buttons, one to view all of the new forming chapters and the other one to view our entire chapter list of all of our active chapters. When we click on the active chapter list, you'll see all of the chapter names. So when you scroll down, let's say we're going to be Arrowhead Traditions wants to know who their director is. So I've clicked on Arrowhead Traditions, and this will give you their whole chapters page. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there we go. We've got Marie Dubois as their chapter director consultant, and then myself as the area director / managing director. So this is going to be their regional team support. So if you're in that chapter, all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of your first page of the chapter page, and you'll be able to see who your regional support is. And when you view this information, you can also see their contact information here as well. So there's a little phone button and an email button right through here. So you can also contact them through your chapter's page. So if you have any questions about any of this information about the upcoming events or all of the amazing contacts that we have for BNI Arizona to help support you, your leadership, your members, everyone in your chapter, make sure to reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. And remember to record 1 chapter education for watching. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're on a leadership team, looking forward to seeing you on the Leadership Roundtable next. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.